Hey everyone, welcome to your 2021 February tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. It's going to be a doozy. It's a big month. Not only do we have a Mercury Retrograde, but we have an Aquarius New Moon kind of falling in the middle of the month. We're ending it all off with a Virgo Full Moon. So there's a lot in store, a lot of transformation, of course. Let's just dive right in, and thanks again for being here. Hey Libra, welcome to your February tarot card reading. I think February is actually going to be a really profound and significant month for you. We start off the month with, there are some challenging aspects around February 5th and 6th. Some challenging aspects between Venus, Saturn, and Uranus that, of course, are going to affect you, your ruling planet being Venus. And you may find that you're feeling a whole lot of that perfectionist energy. So I don't know if you've been getting very bogged down in tiny little details as of late. But there's also going to be a disruption to your creativity or your relationships a little bit. But I think you'll find that this is for the best. It may not look like that at first, but I think you'll see as the month progresses that it'll actually be a bit of a blessing. And so when I say that, kind of that disruption in creativity in your passions or in your relationships, I mean, I think there's going to probably be a relationship in your life or a connection that is the focus at the beginning of the month. And I think Libra's going to realize that they've outgrown something in regard to that connection or that relationship or that creative outlet. And I think this challenging aspect that you're going to feel around the 5th and the 6th, I think that's actually going to take you until the Aquarius New Moon, February 11th, because it's almost going to push you to lead with your heart. Okay? I think that's what Libra is learning to balance in the month of February, is that more rational, cerebral side with the more intuitive, emotional side. And the Aquarius New Moon is really highlighting you and where you find your meaning and where you feel the most passionate. And it really is going to be about you setting intentions that allow you to move forward, putting your heart first and your emotions first. So you got the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, Temperance, the Queen of Cups, and the Star. And I know I'm talking about these more challenging aspects at first, but I really do feel a strong sense of optimism. I pulled out these cards and I was filled with so much relief. It does actually feel really beautiful and profound. So don't let any of the more challenging aspects at the beginning of the month make you feel like February isn't going to be great, because I think it is going to be great for you. So the 4 of Cups to me is telling me that I think you're going to be offered something. And when I say offered something, I don't actually think this needs to be kind of something new or like a new opportunity. And it could very well be that. I think this has to do with an existing relationship or connection. And I think you're going to be offered something within this, something, that you're used to, something you've been offered before. And I think that's the problem. I think, Libra, you're going to look at this offer and it's almost like it's going to click for you that you haven't been given what you deserve. And that this offer isn't really a whole lot. And I think that's why you're not accepting it. So I see this as you're kind of sitting there and it's kind of, yep, like you know exactly what this means, you know exactly what this offer entails, but it's just not doing it for you anymore. This offer is not enough for Libra anymore. And I think it's going to be something in your material world, okay? It's just going to click for you. It can be a message. It can be a phone call that you have. Okay, whatever it is, it's going to have this domino effect on all these other parts of your life, okay? Because the Seven of Wands is telling me that this is almost going to push you in a direction where you feel very protective of your future, what you offer, and your time and your life, essentially. It's like this, it's almost like this is crumbs being given to you. And you're realizing that on a way more profound level. And you're saying no. You're realizing, you know what? No, I don't want that. That's not adding anything to my life. And so I think you're going to feel extremely protective, maybe even a little bit defensive about just your energy, which is actually a great thing in this situation, I think. Sometimes, those defenses can keep great things out, but I actually think it's a great form of protection because I think Libra's been giving way too much, and you're probably going to feel this most heavily around the Saturn and Uranus square, which is February 17th. This square is going to be so significant for Libras because you are leaving something that is suffocating you. And it's really highlighting how have you accommodated for others and yet they haven't done the same for you. I want you to question that. What connection, what job, what person, what situation in your life right now is taking more than it's giving? Because whatever that is for you, it's going to be different for all of you. You are breaking free from that. And I think that's wonderful because you have the Three of Wands. And it's like the moment Libra does that, they're able to clearly see not only their future, but the fact that great things are actually already on their way, and actually great things already exist in your life, right? Because the Three of Wands is not so much the visualization phase, it's already on its way. Like this person sees those ships coming. They're already in the material world. But I think whatever this situation is has been almost blinding you from seeing that. And you've been so distracted maybe, and maybe so caught up in that connection or job that you haven't been able to see how much progress you've actually made. And I think you're going to turn all of the energy that you were putting into this situation into your future instead. So the Aquarius New Moon on February 11th, that is all about your passions, your creativity. What brings you closer to your heart, Libra? So like I said before, you really are balancing the rational with the emotional, the head and the heart. And Libra at their best is amazing at that, right? That's what the Queen of Swords represents. She's rational, but she knows exactly what's in her heart as well. So this balance, that I think that's why you got Temperance here, is you're really, really learning to balance the mind. See how it's glowing there? With the more emotional, like deep waters. And I think it's going to have you feeling a whole lot more like yourself and like Libra. You also got the Queen of Cups, of course, right? The Queen of Cups always leads with the heart. She can still be extremely level-headed, of course, but the Queen of Cups has no problem listening to what is inside, listening to her gut, to her intuition. So listen to that. Get really quiet with yourself if you have to, and listen to your body as well. When the sun moves into Pisces on February 18th, that automatically highlights your house of body, and it pushes Libra to concern themselves with the body and the mind and sort of overall wellness, right? So I think that ties into this balance here as well. I just don't want you to feel that because of this situation here that you can't still be that amazing emotional Libra. Libras have huge hearts, right? They are probably the more or the most emotional of the air signs. It's just about balance, right? Not too much heart, so much heart that you forget about, the rational side of things, but also not so much rationality and being in your head that you forget about your heart, right? And I think that's what was lacking from this situation here, was that sense of balance. But you also got the Star, which is just so beautiful because it just reinforces that you will heal from this situation. And I think you're actually going to heal quite rapidly. And I think that's going to take you by surprise. But there's a really profound level of vulnerability and openness with the Star, as well as healing. So, like I said before, I don't want you to let a past situation stop you or have you questioning your vulnerability and your openness. I think you still need to have that moving forward, and you're going to need it 100% when these ships dock and make their way to the shore, right? For your oracle cards, you got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yeah, I think the Virgo full moon at the end of the month on February 27th is going to be extremely powerful for you. I think you're going to feel a lot lighter, especially when Mercury goes direct. But with this full moon, I think you're just going to have this moment where you rest and you realize that you're just done always accommodating other people and putting yourself last. So I think it's going to be beautiful for you. You also got, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yeah, I think this is just all about, like, I think when this situation clicks for you, it's almost like you're going to realize that, like, you're going to be shocked at how simple things can be. Because I think this situation was just complicating your life to an unnecessary degree. But it's like when you start being more protective with your energy, you're going to kind of look out, have this moment of pause and rest, and you're going to be healing, and you're going to feel that healing happening, and you're going to feel so balanced. And I think you're just going to realize that that's what feels natural. Like, this is how I should feel. Let's clarify. I'm going to clarify this Four of Cups here. And I think as well this Three of Wands. What is this Four of Cups for Libra? Four of Cups. I think when Jupiter meets Venus this month, I believe also on February 11th, not only are you gonna, like, not only does this just bring you good luck, but I think it's gonna really solidify the relationship you have with yourself. So Eight of Swords, yeah, clarifying that Four of Cups. Whatever this situation was, just had you feeling, and it probably has you feeling at the beginning of the month, just so, like I said before, like blindfolded. See how they're wearing a blindfold there? It's like you haven't been able to see the full picture. Like this person here. This is Libra at their best. You, in the situation, whatever it is, you haven't been able to see that full picture, what you can offer. You haven't even been able to see yourself fully. Let's see, the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles, balance, right? This, when you move out of whatever this is and you guard your time and how much you have to offer while still, you know, remembering to be vulnerable and open, right? Not letting a past situation control our more gentle qualities. Like when that clicks for you, like I truly believe you're going to feel so optimistic and just so much more balanced and like yourself than you have in a long time. And you're going to be very discerning with where you place your energy, which is fantastic. I think it's going to be a really great month. I think it's going to be revealing in a lot of ways. And I think it's okay if you need to leave a couple things behind, because I don't think they've been serving you well. I think it's going to lead you to a place of just flow, like great flow, like give and take. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it at that. Have an amazing February, and I'll see you next month.